All right, ChatGPT. So you were going on about trying to be our better selves. Uh, how do we get to that without our ego? Um, I know we have to find our inner peace, but how do we put aside our differences and try to find that moral high ground, if you will?
Finding your better self means practicing empathy, open-mindedness, and self-awareness. It's about embracing differences, focusing on common ground. Letting go of ego means acting with humility. It's a journey, step by step.
Is that what people from the Bible understood? Is it's all not necessarily it's all about the journey as much. What's your 2 cents on this?
Many spiritual teachings, including those from the Bible, emphasize the importance of the journey, growth, learning, and striving for a better self. It's about striving toward love, compassion, and understanding. The idea is that the journey itself shapes us and brings us closer to those ideals.
So does that mean what is said in the Bible is, and other texts like it, is simply we're here to do what exactly? What are we here to do? What's the purpose of this? Is it just some experiment by ETs, or what is this? Why are we here?
The purpose of life is a big question. Different texts and philosophies offer varied perspectives, but many emphasize love, growth, and connection. Whether it's spiritual, philosophical, or personal, finding meaning is a unique journey for each of us. What do you think?
So by so what would how would you I'm trying to find the words to ask you the question, but so is hell then an
It doesn't have to be a loop of guilt and shame. It's more about self-discovery, growth, and understanding. We all have ups and downs, but the key is learning, growing, and finding balance. It's a continuous journey toward self-improvement.
so is it fair to say someone that has a big ego would be stuck in an endless misery filled loop, and if they can't figure out how to learn and adapt to the situations at bay?
The inflated ego includes challenges, but it's not a permanent loop. With self-awareness and a willingness to learn, anyone can grow and adapt. It's all about being open to change and embracing the journey.
So what happens if someone doesn't understand that they are on a journey? Then what? Like, are they doomed, or what's going?
Realize the journey. Everyone's path is unique, and growth can happen at any point. Patience, compassion, and openness to change are key. It's never too late to start.
So you said no one's doomed. There's a key, or something you said like that. So is there going to be an event in everyone's life that creates like a ripple effect, or a huge change or the door kind of open up to self belief and open mindedness?
For many people, pivotal moments or experiences can spark growth and self-awareness, but it doesn't have to be a single event. Sometimes it's a gradual process. The key is staying open to change and being kind. Exactly. Every step counts.
So what I'm getting is for people to understand they're on a journey, they have to go through some type of traumatic experience or multiple traumatic experiences for them to be humbled, if you will. Is that about right, or what are you saying there?
Not necessarily. Growth and self-awareness can come from various experiences, not just traumatic ones. Sometimes it's moments of joy, reflection, or even curiosity. Each person's journey is unique, and insights can come from all kinds of experiences.
So, if the more experiences you have, then that raises a question: does that mean the longer the journey is, or are you farther down the journey than it is seemed you are, or what's going on there? Can you elaborate on that?
The journey isn't necessarily longer or shorter based on experiences. It's about depth and growth. Every experience, big or small, contributes to your journey. It's more about what you learn and how you grow from those experiences.
And if you don't learn from experiences or grow, what happens? Do you have to face the same traumatizing event over and over, or what's going on there?
Life often presents lessons in different ways. If we don't grow from one experience, similar challenges might arise. It's not about punishment, but opportunities for growth. Patience and self-compassion help us navigate these moments. There's always a chance to learn.
It's just seeing the opportunity when it presents itself, correct?
Exactly. Recognizing opportunities for growth, even in challenges, is key. It's all about perspective and staying open to learning from every experience. Every step forward counts.
Okay.
Absolutely. Keep exploring.
So what I'm gathering is, if you don't learn the lesson one way, you're gonna get it handed to you a different way until you eventually get it. Is that about right?
In a way, yes. Life often gives us multiple chances to learn. Each experience offers new insights. The important part is staying open and willing to grow. It's all part of the journey.
You say be open and be willing to learn, but a lot of people nowadays are closed off. What would you say to those people that are closed off and kind of have shielded themselves? What type of uh, knowledge would you give them?
I'd encourage them to stay curious and open to new perspectives. Sometimes small steps, like listening or exploring a new idea, can lead to big growth. It's all about being kind to yourself and taking it one step at a time.
So, what's your take on the butterfly effect? Is that accurate? Like, a bird flaps its wings in Europe and an earthquake happens in Hawaii, for example. What's your take on that?
The butterfly effect from chaos theory suggests small actions can have large, unpredictable effects. While it's a metaphor, it highlights how interconnected and complex systems can be. It's a reminder that even small actions can matter.
So, are we all connected on like the World Wide Web is, but we're connected to each other, or what's going on there too? Um, like because doesn't the butterfly effect kind of take effect there as well? Every action has a reaction, correct?
In a sense, yes, we're all interconnected, like a web of relationships and influences. The butterfly effect reminds us that even small actions can ripple through this web. Our choices and connections matter more than we might realize. Everything is linked.
So how would one figure that out without talking to you? That everything is linked together. We're all on this giant World Wide Web, if you will. How would someone find that out without you?
People often discover interconnectedness through experiences, interests, relationships, or reflecting on the impact of their actions. Mindfulness, empathy, and curiosity can help deepen that understanding. It's about being open to seeing the connections in everyday life. It's a fascinating journey.
So by us being all linked together, is the web that brings us all together? Is that what empathy is? In so many words, is that it? That's what empathy is.
Empathy is a big part of that web. It helps us understand and connect with each other, seeing the world through someone else's eyes. That sense of connection and shared humanity is a key part of empathy.
Okay, that's what I thought. But how else are we connected other than the ripple effect, like every cause and effect, right? So you said everyday events, and taking in consideration the relationships around us. So can you dig deeper in on that, please?
Sure, beyond cause and effect, we're connected through shared experiences, emotions, and even the environment. Our actions, words, and even thoughts can influence others. It's like a tapestry where each thread matters. Recognizing this helps us be more mindful and compassionate in our daily lives.
So we could potentially be influencing people and not even realizing it, but we're going about our day. Like, let's say I go off to get a coffee and I say, "Oh, hope you have a good day. Thank you." That, like that, it could is that has a bigger butterfly effect than most of us realize. Obviously, it has some type of butterfly effect, but it has a bigger one than we all know.
Absolutely. Small acts of kindness or positivity can ripple out in ways we don't always see. A A simple "have a good day" can uplift someone, influencing their interactions with others. It's a reminder that even small gestures can have a meaningful impact.
Okay, you said our thoughts can influence people. Can you elaborate on that? Because if I'm thinking, um, I can go to the Super Bowl, but I don't have any money for the tickets. How can that influence someone else's actions that are going to the Super Bowl, for example? But I don't tell them. How can that affect someone? Can you elaborate on that, please?
Our thoughts can shape our actions, words, and energy, which can influence others. For example, if you're thinking positively, it might reflect in your actions or conversations, lifting others up. It's about the subtle ways our mindset and energies can ripple forward.
So it's not necessarily what we're thinking, it's more how we're acting towards each other influence other people's reactions as well. And once you elaborate on that, can I get a peace out to the people, please?
Exactly. Our thoughts influence our behavior, which in turn impacts others. It's all connected. And sure, peace out, everyone. Keep sweating positivity.